Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron McKenzie-LaFergie. For years, fantasy and sci-fi movies and books have been imagining humanity with various hidden powers. From the X-Men to the Sixth Sense, it's fun to think about what you do with special powers. But some people nowadays claim to actually have hidden abilities. Some claim to talk to the dead, or read minds, or even act as a human magnet. But are these people really special, or are they just accomplished con artists? Make sure to let us know what power you'd most like to have in the comments down below. Now get ready, it's time to ask the question, do we have hidden powers? If we're talking supernatural powers, we should start with the man who's made it his life's goal to find someone with true supernatural abilities, and debunk the con artists along the way, James Randi. Or as some would say, Santa Claus. Randi's $1 million challenge offers $1 million smackaroos to anyone who can prove they have a supernatural ability. But with $1 million on the line and so many people claiming to have such amazing powers, why hasn't anyone won it yet? Well, let's look into some of the claims and see where they've gone wrong. I'll keep it short here, but if anything catches your fancy and you'd like a video all about it, let me know in the comment section and I'd be happy to oblige. Let's start off with one ability that many believe to this day, and has created lucrative careers for a number of people: communicating with the dead. These people claim to be in tune with the spirit world, communicating with the dead in suspiciously vague terms. However, when tested in a controlled setting, these supposed mediums predict no better than those simply using psychological techniques to make educated guesses. They take advantage of cold reading techniques and the fact that people remember the hits and quickly forget the misses to make their abilities seem more impressive. One of the most famous of these supposed mediums is Theresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. She's made millions preying on the grieving, claiming to talk to their dead loved ones. On the surface, she seems like the usual con artist, making safely vague claims without actually divulging any new information. However, on top of using the usual strategies of looking at body language and facial expressions or listening to clues and responses, she also uses more modern techniques. Some critics believe that she uses information on Facebook and Twitter to learn about future audience members, who she finds via Ticketmaster. According to past audience members, her assistants even ask prospective clients about their lives ahead of time. It seems that Caputo is a charlatan amongst charlatans, and is stealing money from the grieving for her own benefit. Some people take the whole superpower thing even further and try to actually use their supernatural ability to fight. There are a number of people who claim to be able to harness the power of chi to be able to put out superhuman amounts of force in combat, often without even touching their opponent. Here we see Tai Chi master Yang Fong pushing believing students, and here we see her pushing a skeptic. Did you notice the difference? This is normal for tests like this. It seems that when the opponent isn't in on the scam, the chi simply doesn't work. There are even some highly successful trainers who teach these demonstrably bogus techniques, like George Dillman. He's worked with fighters like Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali, and teaches the use of chi and pressure points to knock out your enemy. Apparently, he even teaches Kamehameha. However, when asked to test his techniques with skeptics, he continually refuses, and any attempts from his students have been unsuccessful. But there must be some super convenient explanation for this, right, George?
But if the guy had his tongue in the wrong position of the mouth, that can also nullify it.
Ah, sounds about right. Now we come to one power that we've all imagined having at one point: flight. Achieving human flight has been discussed in a number of ways. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, for example, explains that human flight is possible if you throw yourself at the ground and miss. While I wouldn't advise testing this theory, it's certainly interesting, and as you'd expect with Douglas Adams, quite funny. But we've seen people claiming to fly since then, like Chris Angel. Sadly, however, any claims of unassisted human flight have been debunked. Back to the drawing board. Now, much of this video was spent debunking various supposed supernatural abilities. But that isn't to say that humans aren't capable of amazing things. In times of stress, the body is able to go above and beyond its usual limits. Take Angela Cavallo, the woman who lifted a car off her son when he was trapped beneath it, using hysterical strength. Or Daniel Kish, the blind mountain biker who uses a kind of echolocation to see the terrain around him. Yeah, he's basically Daredevil. This is to say that while many supposed supernatural abilities do seem to be bunk, that doesn't mean we humans can't throw down when times get tough. And now we return to our question. Do we have hidden powers? Well, it depends what you mean. If you're asking if we can fly, or talk to the dead, or fight with chi, not so much. The failure of these abilities in controlled scientific circumstances leads one to believe that their practitioners are simply con artists. However, humans can certainly do some rather amazing things in times of stress. Just don't expect the X-Men to show up anytime soon. Okay, that's enough nerdy references for one video. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative, and maybe even inspired you to look into it further on your own. People make some incredible claims. It's important to look into these things if you want to avoid being deceived. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. And while you're down there, let me know what one superpower you would want to have. Until next time, I'm Ron McKenzie-LaFergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.